Hey you guys, it is I, your very own Amaru, and I'd like to welcome you to the premiere episode of Season 14 of Food and the Single Guy. Oh yes, we are back, and I'm very happy to be back with you. Now, as you may well know, I always go on a summer hiatus, and speaking of which, the summer is almost over, but I hope you've had a lovely summer despite the many tragedies that we've had to deal with on planet Earth. I hope that you're all safe. Those of you that have gone through or experienced loss of any kind, please know that my thoughts and prayers are with you. Now, you guys, my summer was beautiful. I've been to Atlanta. Those of you that follow me on my social media or those of you that regularly check the community tab on this channel, you already know what the deal is. I went to Atlanta. I was nominated for my music in 4 categories at the ISSA Awards, and I brought home one of the awards, and I have it right here. This is what the award looks like. Wait, let me hold it against my t-shirt so you can read what it says on the award. Can y'all see this? Oh yes. The glare is messing it up a little bit, but just enlarge the screen and you will be able to read what it says. Okay? So this is my ISSA award. It says International Singer-Songwriter Association presented to AMARU 2023 Male Emerging Artist. And this is what it looks like. So yes, I'm very happy with this thing because this is my first, and it looks very beautiful right here on my mantle. Yes, so let me put it back. And if you're interested in finding out how it went, what did I do in Atlanta and all of that beautiful stuff, I have uploaded a 3-part travel log series on my other channel, Amaru Online. So if you're interested in finding out how everything went, just go ahead and check that out and subscribe to that channel too if you so desire. Okay? Now you guys, on this episode of Food and the Single Guy, I'm gonna cook you something from the homeland yet again. And this is a dish from the Javanese cuisine from my country. And as I have explained to you many times before, my country's population makeup is very diverse. And the Javanese people come from the island of Java in Indonesia. And this dish, this recipe is from their cuisine. And I also have Japanese family members, so I think I know a thing or two about the cuisine. So you're getting a 2-in-1 video today. Oh yes, because what I'm going to be showing you how to prepare is a very spicy coconut mixture. And I'm also going to show you how to make a very spicy coconut and vegetable salad with this mixture. Now, the mixture itself is called Sambal Goedangan, and the dish with the vegetables is called Goedangan. Okay? So you're getting a twofer. Oh yes! Now, before we move on, I want you to bear with me and the voice, okay? Because when I came back from Atlanta 4 weeks ago, I caught a cold and I got the flu, and I'm still recovering. And you may notice a difference in my voice because the episode itself was recorded before I even went to Atlanta. Okay, so there's a difference in the tone of my voice. Bear with me. All right? Now, I'm gonna list all the ingredients for you in the information box below the video. Now, without further ado, let us continue. Okay, you guys, so these are the ingredients that you will need to make your delicious Sambal Goedangan. What I have here is my grated coconut, and this amount of grated coconut comes from 2 medium-sized coconuts. What I have here is a packet of dehydrated coconut flakes. Now, I do not recommend that you use dehydrated coconut flakes to make your Sambal Goedangan, okay? If you cannot find fresh coconuts or dried coconuts in this case, do not use the dehydrated coconut flakes. The name says it already, dehydrated. The minute you pour the coconut flakes into the wok, because at some point you will have to wok the coconut mixture, you know, with the peppers and the garlic, which we're gonna get to in a minute. But the minute you take that to the wok and you're using these dehydrated coconut flakes, the coconut flakes are going to burn very rapidly, okay? They will burn to a crisp and rendering your dish inedible. Okay, now what I have here are 2 peppers, and this is a very small amount of grated coconut, so 2 peppers are sufficient. We're also going to use a significant amount of garlic. Yes, we're going to use the trassie, which I'm going to show you in a minute what I've done with it. We're going to use some salt, and what I have here is my conchor. Now, in the last episode of Food and the Single Guy of Season 13, I showed you what the chunks of conchor look like. Now, I added these to my spice grinder, and now it's a beautiful smelling, delicious smelling conchor powder. They also sell this at the store ready-made, but you know, I had the chunks. Oh, it smells delicious. I had the chunks and I said, you know what, let me put them into the spice grinder and turn them into a powder. So that is what I did. So we're going to use some of this also. Now what I have here is my finely chopped trassie. This is what it looks like. It comes in a little block. You simply place it onto your chopping board and then you finely chop it, and this is going to ensure that it dissolves quicker, you know, when you add it to the coconut flakes. All right. And lastly, what we're also going to use is a little bit of brown sugar. Okay, so let us continue. Okay, you guys, so to my mortar I've added my peppers and my garlic, and I'm gonna turn this into a fine paste. You can also put this in a chopper, an electric chopper, but I cannot be bothered to get mine out of the cabinet. So I'm simply going to use my mortar and my pestle, and like I said, this is a very small amount of grated coconut. All right, now to this I'm gonna add about 2 teaspoons of salt. Here we go. 1, 2, and next we are simply going to crush the lot, and you want to be very careful because you don't want the juice of the pepper to make a beeline for your eyes. So very gently crush everything. And the salt is going to act as a corrosive agent, and it's going to help to puree the garlic and the pepper. All right. Now, in the Indonesian language, this method of preparing this marinade is called ulek. So when you're preparing any kind of wet ingredients in a mortar and a pestle, and you're going to grind it into a fine paste, that process is called ulek. So maybe you've heard of sambal ulek. Now you know that it is prepared this way, okay? Or they put all the ingredients on a stone and then they grind it. That is called ulek. All right. Now, and this marinade, by the way, in the Indonesian language is called bumbu. Okay, you may have heard me mention the word or say the word bumbu on previous episodes. It's actually a marinade of wet ingredients. All right? All right. Don't tell me I never taught you anything. So this looks about done. Let me scrape it out of the bowl. Ooh, and I tell you, it smells delicious. Wow. Let us make some room, because now we are going to pour the garlic and the pepper mixture. We are going to pour the bumbu into the bowl of kelapa. Kelapa means coconut. I'm telling you, education is my business. Honey, you're never too old to learn, right? There we go. So next, what I'm gonna add to my coconut mixture is some of my conchor powder. And I told you before, a little bit of this goes a long way. This is more than sufficient, I think. There we go. Now we're also going to add about half a cup of sugar. And by the way, as far as the taste is concerned, you want to end up with a 50-50% ratio of sweetness and spiciness, okay? It shouldn't be too sweet, because a lot of people add a truckload of sugar and that's it, okay, according to them. No, it isn't. You want to end up with a nice balance between the sweetness and the spiciness, okay? That is the magic of this dish. Now last, what we're going to add to the coconut is, of course, the trassie. And next, we're simply going to mix all of these ingredients just like so. Ooh, honey. When I tell you it smells uber delicious, my word. Make sure that everything is mixed very well. Honey, when I tell you, it smells so delicious. It reminds me of home. My goodness. Yes. Now, of course, you're gonna taste your Sambal Goedangan. And this is not ready yet, okay? But you wanna make sure that it has enough flavor. So let's do a little taste test. Ooh, honey. It is delicious. But I think we're gonna add a little bit more salt, just a little bit. There we go. And of course, we're gonna give it another stir. So next, what we're gonna do, we are going to take this to the stove. We are going to wok this for about a couple of minutes, and that is going to take out some of that moisture of the grated coconut. All right? All right. Okay, you guys. So now we're gonna pour the coconut mixture into the wok. And you're simply going to cook this on low heat until almost all of the moisture of the coconut is evaporated. Okay? And you want to give this a continuous stir. Now, as you can probably see here, there is still a lot of moisture left in the coconut. So, we're not done yet. It's gonna take a couple of minutes. Now, you guys, I think we're about done here. It looks delicious, it smells delicious. In the next segment, I'm gonna show you how to proceed. And on this video, you're getting 2 recipes in one, because this is called Sambal Goedangan, but I'm gonna show you next how to prepare the dish Goedangan. Alright? Alright. And there you have it, our delicious Sambal Goedangan. And when I tell you that it smells incredible in this place, you have got to believe me. Now, in Indonesia, the people also add lime leaves to their bumbu. So when they're about to crush the garlic and the pepper, they also like to add lime leaves. In my country, the Indonesian people in my country, they don't use that, okay? So I have not added any to mine, just to let you know. Now, on this episode of Food and the Single Guy, you're getting 2 recipes in one, because this right here is called Sambal Goedangan. But next, I am going to show you how to make Goedangan, the actual dish. Okay, you guys, so these are the ingredients that we will need to prepare Goedangan, the actual dish. Over here, I have a head of cabbage. I'm going to use half of it. Over here, we have some eggs. We're going to serve this with a boiled egg. Over here, I have the string beans. And in my country, we call this kacang. I told you in the last episode of season 13 that everything that has a bean or a nut in it, they call it kacang in the Indonesian language. In my country, at least. So this is kacang. And over here, we have the bean sprouts. Over here, lastly, we have the water spinach, and this is what it looks like. And as you can see, the stems are hollow. So we're simply going to, clean the vegetables, chop them up nicely, and then we're going to blanch them. And next, I'm going to show you how to put together your delicious Goedangan. Okay, you guys, so here we have the vegetables. We have the water spinach, we have the cabbage, we have the string beans, and over here we have the bean sprouts. Now we're going to blanch all of these vegetables, and as far as the bean sprouts are concerned, you want to blanch them for no longer than 1 minute, or else they're going to turn into snot, and that is not what you want, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and blanch the vegetables, and then we're gonna put together this delicious goedangan. And there we have our blanched vegetables. Over here we have the kubis. Over here we have the kacang. Over here we have the kankung. And over here we have the tjapar. Oh yes, you're getting a lesson in Japanese today. Now let's go ahead and put together our delicious goedangan because I'm hungry. Now let me get my Sambal Goedangan. Doesn't it look gorgeous? Ooh, and it smells gorgeous too, let me tell you. So we're simply going to add a little bit at a time, just like so. And then you're going to give it a good mix. All right? There we go. Simply want to mix it well. And you want to coat the vegetables with the spicy coconut mixture, just like so. And do you see what I'm talking about? I hope you can see it. I'm going to bring the light in a little closer so you can see what it is that I'm talking about. Let me zoom in a little bit. So this is what I'm talking about, and I hope you can see it because you have a perfect balance between the amount of Sambal Goedangan and the vegetables. You simply want to give it a good mix, and you want to end up with a nice balance between the vegetables and the amount of Sambal Goedangan. Okay? You can always add a little bit more, but keep in mind that flavor-wise, you should taste enough of the Sambal Goedangan. See, I have plenty left. So, let me go ahead and prepare the final dish, so I can dazzle you with the final presentation. Now you guys, speaking of the final presentation, doesn't that look gorgeous? And let me tell you, it was super delicious too. Now, you know me, I will tell you whether or not something was super delicious or not because I am very critical of my own food. And this right here was super delicious. Now, I'm not a vegetarian myself, but I'd like to think that this dish is a very vegetarian-friendly dish. I'm not a vegan either, and I don't think this is a vegan-friendly dish because of the eggs, but I do know almost for 100% that this is a vegetarian-friendly dish. Now, if you decide to try to make goedangan or Sambal Goedangan, let me know how it turned out because I'm always interested in hearing from you. In the meantime, you all do be well, take care, happy cooking, happy eating, don't add crazy to the craziness, and I will see you when I see you. Welcome back, you guys. Have a good one. Bye.